Hello again, everyone. So, today we will discuss how we will integrate using integration by parts. So, this will be our second problem. If you haven't watched yet our first problem on integration by parts, just go back to the previous video and you'll have the first problem. We have there an integration by parts. So for this session, we will now integrate the arc sine of 3x times dx. So what's the integral of arc sine 3x times dx? So if you are given with this, you need to identify first what strategy would you apply. So when you see something like this, so what kind of strategy or approach will you apply to solve the integration? In this case, it looks like that it is just a single function, arc sine 3x dx. It looks like it has only one function. But the truth is, it actually has two functions. The first function is the arc sine 3x. That's the first function. And we have another function which is 1 dx or simply dx. So we have there two functions. So we have actually two functions. So what we can do here to integrate it is we could apply integration by parts. So since we have two functions there, so we can actually rewrite it like this. So if this is the original function, you can write it as this is the first one, and look at the second one, times 1 dx, or simply equal to dx, right? So we have, so its product is, so we have arc sine 3x, which is an inverse trigonometric function. So I want you to always review your inverse trigonometric functions first. So that's the inverse trigonometric functions. You multiply it with 1, which is an algebraic function, 1 dx. So, and remember the formula for the integration by parts. This is the formula for the integration by parts. So the integral of u dv is simply equal to u times v. So you multiply u times v minus the integral of v and the derivative of u. V times the derivative of u. So what we will do now is we will first identify what is u and what is v. So we need to identify first our u and what is our v. Once we have identified both u and v, we will substitute it to the formula of the integration by parts. We will introduce it here and then simplify to get our final answer. All right, so first we will determine and choose our u and our v. So we need to go back to our original equation and we need to find for u dv. So u must be something that simplifies when differentiated, and the dv must be something that's easy to integrate. So in this case, my u is arc sine 3x. That is my u. So u is arc sine of 3x. What is my dv? My dv is the only one that's left in there, which is actually 1 dx or dx. So my dv is simply equal to 1 dx or dx. So now I have a u, now I have a dv. So I need to have a du, or the derivative of u. So I need to compute the derivative of u. So I need to find the derivative of u. So what would be the derivative of u? What would be the derivative of arc sine x? Now, to get the derivative of arc sine x, which is actually this one, I want you to memorize the basic derivatives of common trigonometric functions like sine, like the cosine or the tangent. I want you to memorize those. So what's the derivative of arc sine? What's the derivative of arc cosine? What is the derivative of tangent? I want you to memorize those because in here, the derivative of arc sine is actually this, which is 1 divided by the square root of 1 minus x squared. That is the derivative of arc sine. All right. Next, I need to compute my v. I already have a dv, right? So I already have a dv. I just need to compute for my v. All right. Or rather, let's continue with the u first, right? So the derivative of arc sine is actually this one, right? And finally, I have my du over here. So that's my du, right? You simplify it, just simplify until you end with something that can never be simplified. If you can never simplify it, then that would be the final. So this would be your du now. That would be my du. Now we now have u, we now have a du, and what we'll need next, we already have a dv, right? We just need a v. So we now have a dv. Our dv is actually the 1 dx. So how to compute the v from the dv? You need to take, or you integrate it, right? You need to integrate it, right? So you need to integrate it. And then when you integrate it, the v would actually be equal to x, right? Because what is the integral of dx? It's actually x, right? So we have a dv, we now have a v, which is equal to x. Now that we have everything, we now have a u, we have a v, we have a du, we have a dv. We put everything back into the formula of the integration by parts. So which is this formula over here. So we need to substitute everything that we have computed back into the equation. And when you substitute it back, it would look like this. So just put everything there and it would look like that. Now, once you have this one, I want you to think again. Look at what you have formed. You have formed like that. So you need to think. Is there something that I could do to factor it out? Is there something that I could do to simplify it? Right? So what do you think? You can actually factor 3 out of the integral, right? You can factor 3 out of the integral, right? So we have x sine, so we have here this one. We put it back there. Then minus 3, which is this one, we put it outside. So minus 3, and what is left there is actually inside is x and this. So it would be this one, right? Dx. Don't forget there's still a dx. All right? And then we will substitute the remaining integral. All right? So just do it step by step. All right? So we have now, so this one now, this is the integral now. So it is actually this one, dx. All right? So we can let t is equal to 1 minus 9x squared, and we have dt as 18x dx, or if you substitute it back, it would be negative 1 over 18 dt. Now I want you to rewrite again the equation, and then factor the constant. Again, there's a constant there, 1 over 18, you factor it out. And you are left with integral of t to the minus 1/2 dt. Then you need to integrate with respect to t. So you integrate this with respect to t. And the integral would be 2t to the power 1/2. All right. Or equal to like this, right? And then you substitute it back to the t, and the final answer, if you put them all together, or remember, once you reach your final answer, always add the constant of integration, which is c. Don't forget to add c plus c as the constant of integration. So your final answer would look like this, right? Plus c. Right. We will discuss more problems about this in the future, so please give me a comment or a follow, and thank you for watching. Right. See you in the next video.